Tom Aspinall, the guy who
Of
just
course,
won
just
the
won.
interim title. He's phenomenal.
It doesn't have the potential to. It's going to be. It's going to be the biggest heavyweight fight ever.
So, lads and lads, I think we've got the fight what we were expecting. We've got Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall before GTA 6. This fight might be the biggest fight of 2025, right? Recently, Tom got in an interview with Piers Morgan, and we saw that Dana said to Tom that it's happening right after the fight with Stipe. And let's watch this interview.
Who's next big heavyweight star?
Tom Aspinall, the guy who
Of
just
course,
won
just
the
won.
interim title. He's phenomenal. And he is, again, the next the next advancement of the evolution of the sport.
How so?
Well, because he can do everything. That guy's got elite jiu-jitsu. He's got elite takedowns. His striking is outstanding. I mean, he knocked out Sergey, who's the scariest striker in all of MMA, and he knocked him out in the first round. And the way he did it was just picture perfect.
But that's the fight everybody wants. Dana White, who I've interviewed, who I find a fascinating character, and he said this about the potential of you and Jon Jones, who is, in his eyes, the greatest of all time. Let's take a look.
You say that Jon and Tom has the potential to be the biggest heavyweight fight of all time. Is that a fight that you think you could go against your normal rules and go for a stadium?
It doesn't have the potential to. It's going to be. It's going to be the biggest heavyweight fight ever. It'll probably be the biggest fight we've ever done.
Dana White says you and Jon Jones, the biggest fight in UFC history. What did you feel when you heard that?
Well, I agree. Actually, I didn't. So that took place, that interview, right after the Jones fight, the same night. And actually, right after that press conference, I had a meeting with Dana.
Yes, because later in that interview with the press, he says he's got you waiting to see.
Yeah, I was waiting outside.
And what happened?
Literally outside that room. So I hadn't seen any of this stuff that he'd said. So in all honesty, I was expecting him to come and we maybe negotiate a little bit. And he literally walked into the room and said, "It's happening." And I said, "Well, he's going to want loads of money." And he said, "I know, but it's happening." And he said, "It's going to be the biggest fight in UFC history." So
does that mean Jon Jones has agreed?
I don't think so, but I think I don't know what in all honesty, Jon Jones is like, nobody knows what he's doing, even the UFC, so I don't know.
He says he wants fuck you money. I imagine Dana will pay him fuck you money, won't he?
I would imagine so. I mean, I can't speak for Dana, but I would imagine so.
Would you get fuck you money?
No.
How much would you get for that fight?
I don't really care about money at this point. I mean, obviously, I've got a family. I want to make as much money as I can. But to me, what's more important is unifying the belts. See, in MMA, it's a little bit different to boxing in the aspect of you have different weight divisions, which is very like boxing, of course. But usually you have one champion, one face, one name of every division. Now, in the heavyweight division right now, there's two. And I don't want there to be two because I feel like I'm the number one. Jon obviously feels like he's the number one. And let's fight about it. It's not that difficult. Jon often likes to talk about legacy and his history and all this stuff. It's not about Jon, it's about the belt. And I want to be the unified champion. So for me, it's not so much about money.
In a match-up with you and him, what skills does he have which you think currently he's better than you at? And conversely, what do you think you have where you're better than him?
Well, Jon, let me first start by saying Jon is absolutely elite. And I completely agree with the notion that he's one of the best fighters ever.
Is he the greatest?
Potentially, but the way that I look at it is he has failed a couple of drug tests. To me, that rules you out of being the best of all time.
Really?
For me personally, yeah, I think.
Does it make him a cheat?
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah. If you're on steroids or whatever, I don't think he was on steroids, but he was on PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. If you're on PEDs and your opponent isn't, that's absolutely cheating in my book. Unless you're both allowed to do it.
You've never taken anything like
absolutely
that?
Not.
No. You never would?
When I retire, I will. Yeah, absolutely, to keep my body healthy and your body stops producing testosterone after a while. To be a healthy older gentleman, I'll probably do some kind of testosterone replacement.
You're suggesting
therapy.
I should be pumping
the
steroids?
So. No, I don't think you should be on steroids, but I think, I don't know a lot about the subject, to be honest, but I think when you fight in MMA, you absolutely shouldn't be using PEDs, no.
So should he even be allowed to fight you?
Yeah, if he's not using them now, yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah, absolutely.
How do you think he'll feel when he sees you calling him a cheat on Uncensored?
I don't know. That's his
prerogative.
Do you care? No, I'm not bothered. Jon Jones seems to get his feelings hurt a lot.
Think he's a little snowflake?
I don't think he's a snowflake, no. But
is he ducking you?
No, he's trying to get more money. I don't think he is ducking me. He's trying to get more money.
Do you think he's scared of you or not?
No, but I think he...
I would be. When I watched you demolish old Sergey, I was like, there is not enough money in Dana White's bank, whichever one he's with. There's not enough money in that bank to get me in a ring with you, even for 30 seconds.
You know what? I agree. I actually agree with a lot of what Jon says. When you put the resumes next to each other, his resume is far superior to mine. The risk-reward for the both of us, his risk is... He has everything to lose.
So on the skill differentials, where would you say he has the edge and where do you have the edge?
Well, he's amazing at everything. He's amazing at everything.
Are you better than him at any one discipline?
No, but I'm way younger and way more athletic and way bigger, and I possess a power that he's never seen before or even come close to. But like I said, I completely agree with everything that he says in terms of resume, but it's not about Jon's resume. It's about who's the best in the world right now, and I think it's me.
Which would make you the greatest of all time?
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
Well, if you beat the GOAT.
No, it wouldn't.
Aren't you the new GOAT?
No, it'd make me the best heavyweight right now. And that's all I want.